Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to you, my fine subscribers, and welcome back to another video. As always, today is another video, and I am presently at the main, the main motor road at Wilberforce, where I think we've already did a video of this particular area. But today we are going to take another section, which is the main motor road. But I'll switch the camera around so you guys can see exactly where I am at. So this is exactly where I am standing, and this is the main road we are going to use today. And I think this road leads to Signal Hill, Old Railway Line, and Congo Cross, and it also ultimately leads to the city center. But I'll just show you guys where exactly I am at. That is the roundabout, which I think I've already filmed, but this is exactly where I am, and we'll start the video. And welcome back, and I'm apologizing for being away for a few days, as I had to take care of some personal issues and run some family errands. But we are back with the videos exploring my city and taking. So we continue the video, and like I said initially, this is the main road we are going to take. And like I said, this road leads to Wilberforce. This road leads to Signal Hill, Old Railway Line, and ultimately Congo Cross and other parts of the city center. But yeah, and I'll have to pause as this is a new building that is under construction, like I said, for one of my subscribers. But we'll continue the video. This is exactly where I am, and as always, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. So we are still here trying to explore this main route, and as always, this will be a very long walk, and I hope you guys will bear with me as we have a lot of distance to cover. But hopefully with you guys along, we'll be able to complete it. I think this is our preparatory school. It's called the Kids Zone Academy Nursery, Primary and Secondary International Cambridge School. I'll just have to zoom in. I think school is in session as the compound is presently empty. So for some of you guys that are in the diaspora that are looking for a very high-end or international school, I think this is a very suitable option. But we continue the video. And like I initially stated, just want to apologize again for the break in transmission, if I can call it that. And talking about new construction, this is another one which I think is yet to be completed. But still here. This is a service station. It's called Zion Station. It's a service station, and yeah. And where the distance we initially covered, I'll just stand and pause and just try to go back and zoom and show you guys exactly the distance we have covered. But yeah. So where I initially started the video, as you guys can see, there are a lot of shops on both sides. But I think this other end which we are approaching, I think it is mostly residential areas, as you hardly see shops on both sides of the street. But as we continue the video, you guys will decide. I think this pharmacy was recently opened. It's called Sierra Mountain Pharmaceuticals and Cosmetics. And this is also another bar, a hangout bar. It's called Remedy Hangout Bar, 11 Main Motor Road, Wilberforce. Shout out to you guys. So I think this is a bike shop that is, I think it is yet to be opened, but I think it will be open soon. But yeah, and as always, this is George Street. As always, at some of these particular areas, there are a lot of shops and other businesses, as you guys saw. But like I said, this particular area that we are approaching now, I think most of the buildings here are residential buildings, and you can hardly see a shop. You can hardly see a shop or other enterprise on both sides. But yeah, we'll continue the video, and we are back. And as always, hopefully this time around I will not have a break, and I will be shooting every day, hopefully back to back every day, sending you guys videos about my city and my country and exploring. Exactly, this is Cold Drive. I think it goes all the way there, and hopefully try and cover more ground, because the country is huge, the city is huge. There are a lot of areas, a lot of streets that we are yet to explore. But yeah, still here. I'm deciding to work on this particular side, because I think on this particular side I'll have a better view of both sides of the street than being on that other side. But we continue the video, and as always, don't forget to subscribe, like, share to as many of your contacts as possible. And talking about buildings, as you guys will see at this particular road, there are a lot of beautiful buildings at this particular road, guys. I think this is a vacant lot which is yet to be developed. I think it belongs to someone, but it is about to, as I think that is a foundation that is yet to be completed. But we are still here trying to explore this main motor road, and hopefully our destination will be at the Congo cross, where I initially showed you guys of most of these tricycles and taxis, where they usually park and take passengers to bring them all the way at Wilberforce. But we are yet to arrive at our destination, or at the end of today's video, and we are still here recording. And I don't know, but just let me know in the comment section. I think so far, of all the streets I've done videos of, I think this particular main road, I think there are a lot of nice houses at this particular road, as we have not yet even reached to the midway, or we have not yet reached the midway of our destination, and there are a lot of buildings, as you guys can see. A lot of buildings, a lot of buildings, a lot of buildings. This is Roadside Road. Okay, this is a beauty salon upstairs. I think down, it's a building materials or furniture store. This is a mini mart. I think this one also. Yeah. Just like I initially stated, it depends. Some particular um, spots or areas of this road, you'll see shops and other enterprises, but on other sides or on other sections, it will be purposely residential and the houses will be fenced. But yeah, just as you guys can see, and I think most of the houses at this particular main road, as you guys can tell, they are fenced off. So still here, still walking and exploring. I think this is another head office of Orange, which, as you guys know, is one of our country's most reliable telecoms provider. I think this is one of their branches, and we are still here, still walking and exploring. I think this drive is called Usman Kamar Drive. I think it goes all the way down there. There is a very nice view. It goes down there. We continue. We're approaching for a big close, which is to my left, up this side. It's called Frabe Close. I think I'll just stand here because I think there is a nice view of the entire city. You can see the UE building, which is one of the most prominent administrative buildings of the government of Sierra Leone, as you guys can see in the background. I hope you guys can see it clearly, as it is a little bit foggy. I think it is because of the Hamatan, but we're still here, still documenting. This view is epic. So that is Frobe Close. It goes all the way there. That is a nice building. Like I said, this main road, there are a lot of houses, and in terms of real estate, I think there are a couple of huge buildings or towers that I think they have apartments inside for rent and maybe even for sale, but I don't know how that usually works. But for those of you guys that are in the diaspora that are looking for a very convenient and comfortable side or housing to reside with a view that you cannot beat, I think this is one of the towers. I think it's called Ras Tower. That it's called Ras Tower, and I think there are apartments inside that are for sale and for rent. I think this is another huge land which I think it belongs to someone, and this also. Excuse me. So we continue, and like I said, there are a lot of houses or buildings around this particular main road that are for rent and also for sale. And like I initially stated, this Ras Tower is one of them, and I think there are also other buildings around that I think are for rent. but we're still here. This is a huge piece of land which I think it belongs to someone, but the rocks here are very, very huge. That I think is also another advert of one of our nation's providers, Africell. Shout out. So, Rasta, like I stated earlier, I think there are apartments inside which are both for sale and for rent. I think this whole house is to let. Really Villa. So I'll just pause and show you guys. I think it's for rent, for both offices or residential purposes. So yeah, this is the Rasta. Like I told you guys, I think there are apartments inside, but I don't know if these apartments are for sale or for rent. And if it is for sale, I don't know how much an apartment here will set you back, but still here. Exploring and just trying to try to show you guys how changed this particular area has become over the years. As this is the main road. So from this side again, the Rasta. I think it is gated and it will be a very safe and secure place to reside in. Eastmont Drive, it goes through there. I think this is Wilberforce Valley, goes down there. And talking about new construction also, like I told one of my subscribers, this is also another one. But as we go along, I'll try and highlight some of these new construction, just like I had promised one of my subscribers the last time, as I will not be able to make a particular video documenting all of the new construction that are presently happening around the country, but in each of my videos and in every location that I'm fortunate to film, I'll try and show exactly some of the new construction that are being put up in those particular locations that we are fortunate to film. But yeah, I think this is an eatery, but I think it's presently closed. Another new construction. Still here recording, and as always, sorry for the stabilization of the camera, as not using a gimbal. This is also another nice building. It is the AA Kanu family tower. I think this building houses the Star Alliance Insurance Brokers and Business Consultants. This particular building, but still here. And at this particular road, we'll be approaching some spots that the entire city, as this is one of the locations where I think if you stand here, you can see a view of, I think, the National Stadium and some parts of the city center. If I can zoom in for you guys so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. The National Stadium in the distance, and also the U building is also in the distance, and other important buildings. But yeah, we'll continue the video, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. And as we have passed 400 subscribers, and I want to thank you guys for subscribing, and hopefully keep on informing some of your friends and contacts to keep subscribing to the channel, as my goal is to, for now, attain at least 1,000 subscribers, and maybe possibly try to monetize my account, as that is most of the dreams of some YouTubers. But thank you guys once again for helping me reaching that important step or target. But yeah, this is another building. Still here exploring this main road, as there are a lot of buildings here, and the one thing that I'm impressed about this main road is that most of the buildings at this particular road are very high rises, or are very tall buildings or high rises. You will hardly see a single story building. Most of the buildings at this particular road are high rises, but we'll see as we continue the video. I think this is another substation of the Electricity Distribution Service Authority, or EDSA, which is the department that is responsible for electrifying most of the homes in the country. So still here, still recording, and I hope you guys are not bored yet. And we still have some distance to cover, and this is King Street. I think it goes all the way down there, but like I said, our focus today is at this particular main road. That is King Street. It goes all the way there. Still here. This is a very big cotton tree. Another nice building. Still here. I think it is the Westlands International Africa Western Coast and Gulf of Guinea. I don't know what company is that, but if any of you guys know, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, and talking about new construction, we are also approaching another one for one of my subscribers, just highlighting it or bringing it to your notice, sir. That is another new construction, but I think I'll pause here and just try to zoom in and show you. I think the view from here will be more appropriate than if I get very close to it. But yeah, this is it, another new construction. Still here, still recording. This is Freetown Road. I think this main road leads to Lumley, this main Freetown Road, but we're here, still continue. And another view of the high rise of the new construction, and I think probably this will be our hotel. And if it is not a hotel, it will possibly be maybe apartment complexes for rent and for sold, but I can't tell right now as it is still under construction. I'll just pause and try to have a video of it. As you guys can hear from the background, construction is presently going on inside. It's a very, very huge building, which I think it will probably be a hotel, but I may be wrong. Another view. I mean, some of the views at some of these locations at this main road, it's very, 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 very nice, and you cannot beat some of these views of the city center. And I don't know, maybe there are other spots or other destinations where if you are at those particular spots you have this exact same view, but for some of the locations at this main road you cannot beat that. Also another nice building. Like I said, this main road, the houses here are impressive. The houses at this main road are impressive, just like other high-end or other affluent areas of the country that I had done videos of. Most of the houses here, as you guys can tell, are fenced. Most of these houses that are at both sides of this particular road, they are fenced off, as you guys can see. And as always, I hope I am having a great shot of both sides of the street. I think this is also another vacant lot, which I think it's a very, very huge lot, which I think it belongs to someone, as there is a warning there. Hello. There is a warning there. Trespassers, private property, trespassers will be prosecuted. And talking about real estate, you can really tell that a plot of land here will be really expensive, if not impossible to get a hold of. And today that I also did a video of that main Wilberforce area, I also had planned to do a video of back of IMAT. I think it is called the South Ridge, where the United States Embassy is, but I don't know exactly how I am supposed to do that particular video, as of course I will not be able to film I will not film the United States Embassy, that is for sure. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to accomplish that video, as the land where the United States Embassy is occupying is very huge. It is very huge, but I'll try and see if possible if I'll be able to do a video of the back side or the back end of the embassy without videoing the embassy. But I think it will be very impossible to do that particular video, as the United States Embassy and that of the International Military Advisory Training Team, IMAT, both the compound of IMAT and that of the United States Embassy are side by side, and I am definitely not supposed to film those two buildings. So that is where I think it will be almost impossible for me to do that particular video, but I'll see how I'll be able to wing it if possible, but if not, we have other locations. And the main reason why I wanted to have a video of that particular area is that particular area also has a lot of impressive and nice buildings, exactly like the ones at this particular main road, but we'll see. We'll see how I'll try and do that video, but it is a video that will be very, very impossible to do. It is a video that will be very, very impossible to do, but yeah, I think I am presently at the Signal Hill community, which I think it goes through all the way down there and also all the way through this side, but I don't think we'll be able to explore it today. We'll just pass and hopefully I'll pass and hopefully find some time to do a review or a walkthrough of the Signal Hill community, but still here, still recording. I'll try and cross. Still here, and at this particular locations, I think you can see most of Wilkinson Road, Cockle Bay, the Aberdeen community, and other areas, but I'll just try and zoom in for you guys. I think over there is around the Wilkinson Road, and that other side is the main motor road, Aberdeen, as you guys can see it from the distance, but I'll just try and zoom in for you guys so you guys can see exactly the view from here, which, like I said, it is definitely hard to beat at this particular spot, to have a view of almost the entire Cockrell North. If I can describe some of the destinations: Cockrell North, Cockrell South, Cockrell Bay, the Aberdeen community, and I think the Atlantic Beach Hotel is also at the distance, and other fine establishments at the Aberdeen, which you guys can see from the distance. If I can just zoom in for you guys. But I'll just stop here, and hopefully as we go along and try to complete this particular video, we'll see if we'll be able to be at another spot where we'll have a view as epic as this one. Still here exploring, like I said, the Aberdeen community, and I think that side is that of the Spurloop community. The Spurloop, the Babadori Hills, and other areas are at that in the distance. So yeah, we'll continue. This is also another vacant lot which is yet to be completed, but I think it belongs to someone. Still here recording. There's also another building inside here which, as you guys can see, it's a very nice building, but it's fenced off and some trees are planted, privacy. Still here, I think there's also another building here called the Signal Hill Apartments, which I think are apartments which are, I think, both for sale, or I think they are for rent, if not for sale. think this is the way to those apartments. But yeah, still here, recording, walking, talking, and vlogging. So, talking about new construction, I think I'm approaching another one also. I am approaching another one also, which I think is yet to be completed, but we'll see. Another view from this side. And this is an unfinished building. You cannot beat these views, and still here. And like I said initially, our destination for today's video will be that of the Congo Cross, the main roundabout where the taxis, the tricycles and the bikes are usually parked and waiting for passengers that are coming to Wilberforce Junction or the main motor road Wilberforce and other destinations within the Wilberforce community. But as for now, this is where we are. This is where we are. Still recording. Still here, still recording. I hope you guys will bear with me as we are still here, we are still recording and almost to our destination for today's video, but we're still here. I think this road is very narrow, or I think it's a one-way because it's a very narrow road. If two vehicles are parked side by side, it will be very difficult for both vehicles to have a way or to pass. But I think that was why the lorry driver was honking very hardly. I'll just cross again. I think that is the Wilkinson Road, as you guys can see down there. The Wilkinson Road, down at the distance, as you guys can see, the cars are passing, and the Aberdeen community. I think that is the Aberdeen Bridge. I hope you guys can see it from in the distance. You guys can see it. I think the view from here is okay, but here it's been blocked by this tree. But let's try and walk. So yeah, this is also the view from this side. Just trying to zoom. I think that other side, I think it is the Congo Town community. As I can see, one of the petroleum companies in the country, Conex, one of the buildings is there. It is right there. So we'll continue the video. Still here, recording, and still at this main road. I think this part is not narrow, but that other side that I described to you guys earlier, where that lorry driver was honking very hard to notify other vehicles that he's coming, for them to stop and wait for him to cross before they could also make their way. But yeah, as you guys can see, still having the views, the good views of the city and other parts of the country. But yeah, we are still here. Wow. And this is an empty plot, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a view of the main Aberdeen Road, and that building is the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, which I showed you guys the last time, which is yet to be completed, but I think some floors have been completed and it is still operational, but the whole building is not yet completed. So that is that. And as I said earlier, Connex and other sides of, I think the Moritown community is to that side, but we'll continue. Construction, that is another one. And if I can zoom in, I don't know if you guys can see, there's also another construction going on. That building, I hope you guys can see it. That building is also under construction. So I'm still here, still at the Signal Hill Road, still at this main Signal Hill Road, and continuing the vlog. As I said earlier, guys, this is a very, very long walk. I hope you guys bear with me and hopefully try and complete today's video. But I think we are almost to our destination of completion, or where we'll stop or end today's video. But we're still here, and I think we are still not yet there. But yeah, still at this main Signal Hill Road. And I think this whole road, since the start at that main Wilberforce road, the road is paved all through, I think, till Congo Cross, where I think, was it yesterday, I think construction is going on at the park, or that area where the taxis, the bikes and the tricycles are usually parked for passengers. But since we are not yet there, we'll see when we get there how or exactly what is happening, or how far it's been repaired, because I think it's only a few or light touches that needs to be applied to that particular road, because I think that road is completely paved. I don't know why it was being graded the last time that I used that particular way, but we'll see. So yeah, still here, still recording. I think that is also one of the famous international schools in the country, Ayub International School, as you guys can see in the distance. think this is the PW mining. I think this is one of the buildings. And this is the Makaiser Construction and Design Group. This is also their building. I think this particular compound, I think there are apartments inside here, I think 4 to be precise, for rent. Still here. I think this one is an office that is being let out or it's being rented out. As of course, there's a sign outside on the gate stating that fact. Still here recording, and I think this particular building, I think it belongs to the Leon Metal or the Leon Rock Metal Group, which I think is a mining company in Sierra Leone, which I think it is, or it was recently established. I don't know how long, but yeah, this is their building. And you can tell most of these mining companies have huge pockets. But still here, still recording. Hello. So that is their building. Hello, ma. Still here, I think the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, I think this is their compound. This is their compound. Bear with me, guys, as we are almost to the end of the video. And as always, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. And I think I think the United Nations Industrial Development Organization and the International Organization of Migration and IOM, I think both have offices inside here, but I don't know how they are doing it. But yeah, I think they have more than 3 large buildings inside that particular compound, which I think they share. Still here. And this particular compound, I think it houses the UNFP, which is the United Nations Population Fund, and it's showing rights and choices for all. This is their compound. New construction there. Still here. This is the compound of the Hotel Cabenda, home away from home. This is the compound, which I think this building is similar to that of the Lead Hotel. I think in the way this front building is designed, but I could be wrong. Still here, still recording. So for those of you guys that are coming to Freetown and you want to find a very suitable hotel to stay, I think this is Hotel Cabenda. It is at this main Signal Hill Road, And for directions, you just stop at the main Congo Cross roundabout, and then you will see taxis, bikes, and tricycles. Just tell them you are coming to the Hotel Kabenda, and they'll come and drop you at the gate. And of course, for those of you that have private vehicles, the same directions apply. Still here, I think almost to the Congo Cross roundabout, but we're still here. Bear with me as always. Sorry for the stabilization of the video. And subscribe. Still here, still recording. So I think I'm using this side because I think we've passed the spots or areas that have the views of the entire city. I think this particular side, both sides are filled with residential houses, and you can hardly see shops and other enterprises at this particular side. But like I described initially, that is just the structure of this main road. But yeah, and talking about new construction, there's also another one. I think there is a very nice compound inside here, but I won't be able to film it. That is a new construction and almost coming to the end of the video, and I want to thank you guys very, very much for coming along with me and having the energy to sit back and explore with me. And I think my next destination will be that of the Regent Peninsula Road, which I think the last time I did a video starting from the park, but I think the next video that I would do, it will be from the start of that park where I started the last video. That will be where I'll start the next video, and then hopefully we'll try and head for Dre Junction if it will be possible for me to do that video for that particular day, which I think will be a very, very long video, and I'll try and see if I'll be able to divide that particular video into two parts. Maybe there will be a part 1 and a part 2, but if I can trim it, we'll see. So like I initially told you guys, this is exactly what I was talking about, as I don't know exactly what is wrong with the road, but I think it's been repaired to some extent, as you guys can see, because it's a road that was initially paved all throughout. But yeah, so I think that's where it starts, and then hopefully all the way here. So this is where I'll stop the video for today, and as always, thank you for coming along with me, and hope you guys are having a great 2023, and until I see you guys at the next one. So these are the vehicles that I was describing to you guys. As you guys can see, these vehicles take people to Wilberforce and other destinations. As you heard it from them, Wilberforce and other environs around that particular Wilberforce community. But this is where I'll stop the video for you guys today, and as always, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment until I catch you guys again at the next